Okay, quick update. Seats are mounted. There was bolt holes in the bottom of the seat, so I took flat plate and bolted it to the seat, and then took another flat. This is actually an angle, and then I just marked it here, cut it off there, welded it here, and drilled through the floor, put a bolt through it, and then I welded a nut on the back side of the floor from underneath. Did that on all four of them. They're all tight. They ain't going nowhere. Show you the steering wheel. This window's in. Got a gas pedal. Just got done. Just a piece of square tube onto. Actually, it was a cutoff from this flat piece here. Quarter 20 bolts. Nuts welded on the back side that holds the gas pedal on. And next, I got to drill a hole up there for the throttle cable to come through. I'll show you that in a second. This is an original Studebaker part. I'm not sure if I want to swap this on the brake pedal or just cut it up here and put it as a dead pedal. I think I might make it a dead pedal. And then I'll just find a piece of rubber to put on top of that brake pedal. The throttle cable I have mounted up top here. You can see, I think it's just a hair too short. This end piece here doesn't go doesn't touch the firewall, and this is supposed to clip in there, and then this piece might, here it is, this piece might reach the pedal once I drill it. Not sure though. I'll get back to you on that. I might have to extend the wire or make something up for that. Pulled the wheel off, and I'm just making a bracket to go from like here down to the bumper to hold it up, because the bumper's mounted here, but the front of the frame from here forward's going to get cut off because of the radiator. Same on this side. I'm going to make a bracket, and I showed in another video how the bumper is mounted. You can see it's just two pieces of angle iron welded, and it's not bolted through. And I like to position this bumper, so I'm just going to weld those brackets in and go from there. Then I'll take off those brackets I made, chop off the front of the frame. That'll drop the radiator down lower, so I could fit the hood on there. And what else did I do? I don't think I ever showed this, but I just like stitched, welded in here, because the sheet metal, this is one piece, it folds right here and wraps here, and then it's like spot welded, and it's starting to separate, so I just welded that. And I did that on both sides. I'm gonna have to fill these holes in. I might reinforce these sills. I did pick up some extra flat stock for that, so maybe I'll reinforce that to make it nice so you can use it as a step. Probably gonna make that into a dead pedal. And I don't know, I got a couple other things I gotta do this week. I started playing with transmission fittings and looking at the fuel fittings and the fuel pump setup. I'm going to try and get the fuel tank into the factory location. I think that's going to be the plan for now. And then I got to get this thing plumbed up. My computer, today's Monday, I just got confirmation my computer's in the mail. I should have it by midweek probably. And I got to play with the wiring harness, which should take me one night to go through it and just eliminate some pins out of it. 3 wires on the transmission side have to get swapped in that harness from the 460 to the 80E, and I need to run 2 extra wires to this transmission in a separate. It has 2 speed sensors on there, input and output, and the output one is the same as that harness. The input one needs to get ran to the computer, and the computer was programmed to have the 480E transmission. Transmission fittings I was talking about, they're going to run from here to the radiator. So I'm just trying to figure out the sizes of these so I can get the adapters to run AN and then AN to push lock hose. I think I'm gonna do. And I'm trying to find some exhaust pipe. Start making a setup. Okay. A little update. Cut the front of the frame off. Got 2 sections there and there. Notched here. It's just a piece of bent sheet metal holding the top in. I have a sticky rubber, like I'm gonna use as like isolators almost. I use them on the bottom. Bottom mounts are exactly the same. I'm gonna use them on the top too. Just cut a big hole here for the rad hose. This has a little kink here, but I have to add an inline rad cap, so I'm gonna cut it here. This will push out wider, get rid of that kink. This will push out wider here and give me a little bit more clearance for the belt. Lower hose, I think I can get the factory, I have it over there, factory rad hose to work. I just gotta cut more of the bottom of the frame that way. And I think I should be able to get it to clear. Drilled the hole there for the throttle cable. It actually goes into the wall, clicks into the pedal, but it's actually a little short. So I have these crimp things. I'm going to crimp 2 cables together and then solder them like they do factory, but they do that with 1 piece, like for the stops. So I'm going to put the 2 cables together, and then this is a little too far forward, so I'm going to notch this, slide it back, and then the cable click it there also like factory, and then I'll be able to adjust the stopper on the back of the pedal, and it should work perfectly for me. I got this. I'm going to take out the top brackets, shove that in there, mount it. I got the pressure side of the power steering working. It's a power steering cooler. And I just got to the return, goes in one end of the cooler and then comes out the other way and goes to the return of the pump. So that's how that works. I'm trying to bleed the rear brakes. It's not working. I just spent a while trying to gravity bleed them all, just kept topping off the master cylinder. I don't know if it's something to do with the proportioning valve, but if I'm gonna try it again tomorrow, and if it's not, I'm gonna get adapters, I think, and just eliminate the proportioning valve because I'm tired of dealing with it. I've been screwing with it for a couple hours now, and it's still no progress. Here's 2 throttle cables from Honda's that I had that I'm gonna hack up. I bought this little bleeder, and it works somewhat, but I only get a little bit of fluid out, about the same as if you had gravity bleed it. So something's holding it up and not working. This is so I can for the power steering. So it's a crimped rubber hose to a fitting, so I want to retain that, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use that to crimp the 2 throttle cables together. And then I got cable stops and a couple other things I'm going to play with, but I'm done for the night.